Before participating in the following activity, there are some important things we want you to do. Please remember to practice physical distancing of at least 6 feet from anyone that is outside of your home. Wear comfortable and proper shoes. Make sure you have an open space around you with no objects or obstacles in the way. Use the proper equipment or alternative objects you can find in your home. And last, stay hydrated and have fun.
Hi everyone, I'm Holly.
And I'm Spencer, and today we're going to show you guys how to provide a safe and fun environment for individuals to learn how to strike an object. Modifications will be provided throughout the learning process so that you may both progress and regress at your own pace. This is to ensure the most positive learning experience.
Instructors are to set up the stations and will both demonstrate and guide participants to the correct setup and stance for the activity. As participants engage with the instructors, they will learn the proper stance, technique, and motor pattern to correctly strike a ball off a tee.
We will first go over the materials and equipment you need, as well as modifications that can be made to the movement, and how stations should be set up, including indoor, outdoor, and no equipment situations. Following these instructions, we will demonstrate the striking movement pattern in the appropriate stance with the proper form.
This activity is meant to be inclusive for all individuals. As such, we will exemplify various modifications using different equipment and techniques and highlighting how individuals may alter the activity to progress and regress the movement as needed. For equipment, we suggest using a foam baseball bat and a foam baseball. This can be used indoors and outdoors. However, a regular baseball bat and baseball would be perfect for outdoors. We suggest using a baseball tee or a large pylon for balancing the ball while striking. This equipment can be accessed at a local dollar store, Walmart, or Canadian Tire store. If this is not accessible to you, don't worry, we will provide modifications for the equipment.
Some other equipment modifications may include a larger bat or a different object to practice a swing that may be easier for you. If holding a bat is difficult, you can practice a swinging and turning motion with just your upper body and arms. You can also use a larger ball or an audible ball on its tee, or anything that really works best for you in order to accomplish the strike.
Other tee examples could be balancing a ball on top of a roll of wrapping paper, a magazine or a newspaper just rolled up, or even just on top of the table. Just make sure to be careful of your surroundings when using equipment, especially inside.
Now, we are going to show you the steps to successfully strike. We are going to demonstrate inside against the wall. However, when using a bat and ball, it may be best to go outside against a wall or a fence.
Hey guys, I'm going to explain the basic steps of a strike and what to focus on during the movement. So first, you want to face the tee and make sure your legs are positioned just wider than hip width. You want the inside of your shoes to line up with your hips. Stand with your legs bent a little bit so you can easily move from one side to the other. As you go through the strike, you want to transfer your weight from one foot to the other as well. So here, I lean onto my back leg and you can see now that the leg is underneath my body in a straight line. You want your upper body to be positioned slightly away from the middle tee with your arms around your shoulder. Then as you swing, you'll line up with the tee with your arms and torso. Your weight will be equal over both legs and they should be a little bent. After you make contact with the ball, you want to follow through with your arms, torso, and hips. You want your weight mainly on the front leg with your upper body over this leg as well. Your back foot may naturally turn here if that is more comfortable. You want your torso to be facing towards the front with your arms wrapped to the front of your shoulder. So here's what the movement looks like with a bat. As you can see, I'm going onto my back leg, making sure everything is in line, swinging, making sure in the middle I'm in line with the middle tee, and then following through, making sure my weight is now on my front leg with the bat around my shoulder. And then let's see it one more time a little bit quicker, the full motion of the strike.
We segment each part of the movement pattern and focus first on initiating the swing. You want to practice shifting the weight onto your back leg as you twist your torso to wind up for the strike. A unique cue to use in the top half of the movement is to think about wrapping the implement around your body as you swing backwards. When aiming your strike, you want to focus on making contact with the ball at the top of the tee whilst familiarizing yourself with the movement. Practice this first segment by following the steps just mentioned and stopping your strike just shy of making contact with the ball. Now that we have learned how to initiate the strike, let's practice the follow-through. Start with your bat aligned with the ball. Follow through with the swing, slowly lifting the ball off of the tee. Here you want to shift the weight from your back leg onto the front leg and make sure everything is in line properly as to make the most effective contact with the ball. Twist your torso and once again, swing the implement around your body. It's time to put all of that together. Practice the entire swing motion by shifting momentum from the back leg onto the front leg. Do this a few times to get used to the movement pattern, and slowly work towards adding in a ball and eventually practicing the striking movement as one fluid motion. It is important to remember to begin slowly to ensure correct technique and that you actually make contact with the ball. As you begin to get more comfortable with the movement, increase your pace and work towards striking the ball faster and harder. Before jumping right to the complete movement pattern, practice what is most comfortable. Try the strike from different sides of the tee and swing in opposite directions so that you find what suits you best. Feel free to regress and practice step 1 or 2 before moving on to the next step or the entire strike respectively.
Hey everyone, so now we're going to show you how to do everything just with a pair of socks. So I'm going to take one of the socks, crumple it all up, and just shove it into the bottom of the other one. Ooh, and now you have something like this. So now Spencer's going to demonstrate how you're going to go from this into a striking stance.
As you can see here, you need not own a bat to practice at home. I'm performing the exact same movements I had previously mentioned, just using a pair of socks in place of a bat.
And just remember, guys, if you cannot do the activity standing up, you always should feel welcome to do so in a seated position as well. Just remember, as aforementioned, bring it back with the swing and wrap the bat or implement around your body, and then swing and follow through with your torso with the entire motion. Thank you. Now that you've successfully learned how to strike a ball, I challenge all of you to see how many times you can consecutively strike any object or ball, whatever you choose to do. To make this a little bit more interesting, I ask that you invite friends, family members, etc., obviously with appropriate social distancing and COVID guidelines, to see who can get the most consecutive hits. You can make a game out of it, win fun prizes, whatever you decide.